Okay, so this is the data flow, general data flow. If you understand this thing, right, your 50% of your BW is done. 50% of your BW is done. So data source, when I say data source, it is nothing but the source of the data. It can be any source. This is my source system. Okay, what are my source systems? What can be my source system? SAP ERP. That is nothing but my ECC, I can say, right? And then or your flat file, or it can be your Oracle. Okay, right? Oracle. Okay, anything. It can be your any third party systems as well, or any third party systems. Okay, from there we extract the data. Means for that we should have a data source, the source from where we get the data, the source from where we get the data. Okay, so and within the BW, this is my BW system. Till here, this is my ECC system. This is ECC system. Sorry, this is my source system, and this is my BW system. Okay, within the BW system, these are the components we have. Okay, this is my data source in BW, which is known as a PSA, persistent staging area, and then this is known as transformation. This is known as transformation. What is transformation purpose? It has one structure, your PSA has a structure, and InfoCube has a structure. There should be a mapping, right? When we have two different structures, there should be a mapping. Here say I have 10 fields, here I have 10 fields. So which field data has to go to which field data, right? So transformation is a place where mapping takes place. Okay, transformation is a place where mapping will take place. Okay, and then this is one of the InfoCube which stores the data physically within the BW system, and DSO is one of the component where the data is physically stored in the BW system. Okay, now okay, see, now I have a data source, I have a data PSA. In order to transfer the data from your source system to BW system, there are two activities we need to perform. After creating a pipeline, this is the pipeline that we'll be creating within the BW system. Okay, now if I want to transfer the data from any source system to my BW system, there are two basic activities that we need to perform. One is a component is there which is known as info package. Info package. What is the function of this one? This info package will extract the data from data source of source system, the data source of source system to PSA only. When you trigger the info package, it will load the data from data source of source system to PSA. Okay, and in order to load the data from PSA to the data target, we create DTP, data transfer process. Data transfer process. Okay, data transfer process. So what does the info package will do? Info package will trigger the data from source system of data source to PSA. DTP will trigger the data from PSA to the data target. Okay, this is exactly the data flow that we'll be creating within the BW system whenever we need to transfer the data. Okay, this is what exactly we'll be doing in BW system. This is what, that's it. But only thing is what data, which data, how many staging areas will be there. Okay, so there are different flows. Okay, I have loaded the data to DSO. One DSO to I can load the data to another DSO, or I can load the data from info cube to another info cube. I mean DSO to the info cube, or from info cube to another info cube. So these are the different scenarios that we'll be using to stage the data. So why we have to stage the data in different locations, that is what we have to understand. That is what we have to understand. Or the other thing is, as I told you, the source already SAP has done the global analysis and they have come up with the standard content. They have come up with the standard content, means already SAP delivers your objects. Okay, based on our business requirement, we have to decide which object we have to install. Okay, are you clear with this data flow, or do you have any questions or any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, next. Okay, so yeah, yesterday we discussed about the business content. Do you remember functional areas in SAP BW? Yesterday, when we discussed this point, there is a component called business content. Do you remember this? What is business content? What is business content?
That's global content, nothing to change. It's provided by the software standards.
Yes, means okay, you got the point, but you're not able to put it in the proper terminologies. Okay, business content is a place where we can find all the standard objects, which are delivered by SAP, Clear?
Yes, sir.
Business content. What is business content? It's a place where we can find all the standard objects which are delivered by SAP, Means, if you see here, there are thousands of standard DSOs. In the same way, thousands of InfoCube standard InfoCubes. Okay, and more same way like standard queries, Bex queries. Okay, Bex queries. So like that, we have all the standard objects which are delivered by the SAP will be found under business content. Okay, so here what you have to understand is, means yes, SAP has provided you. Here you need to discuss about the versions. What is the version? If you are creating an object, it is active, means all the standard objects which are delivered by the SAP initially will be in delivered version, then active version, and modified version. Okay, there are three types of versions we have: delivered version, active version, and modified version. Initially, all the standard objects which are delivered by the SAP will be in delivered version. will be in delivered version. Means all the objects, means what all the objects I have discussed here above, info cubes, DSOs, or transformations, info objects, queries, everything are there. Okay, in everything are there, but everything what are delivered by the SAP will be in delivered version. Means it is there, but it is not ready to use. It is there, but it is not ready to use. If you want to use them, if you want to use them, you had to activate it, because in real time what will happen? SAP has provided you some thousands of objects there. Do we really require those thousands? No, we may require only 30, 40, 50 based on the business requirement. We need only those many. So why we have to activate everything, right? No, we will be not going to activate everything whatever the SAP provides. Okay, based on our business requirement, based on our business requirement, we will be activating only those objects. We will be activating only those objects. Means initially the objects which are delivered by the SAP will be in delivered version. Will be in delivered version. If you want to use any one of the objects based on our business requirement, then we had to activate that object. We have to activate that object. Okay, unless until you activate the object, that will not be available within your system for any further purpose. In the same way, if you, yes, now you have activated it, now you are doing any changes, then it will be under modified version, so this is very much important, guys. Okay, in business content, initially all the objects which are delivered by the SAP will be in delivered version. Means they are there, but they are not ready to use. They will be only ready to use when you activate them. If you are doing any modifications to the existing active object, then it will be under modified version. Okay, this is about the business content, guys. Okay, fine.